Hi everybody, it's Mr. Gray here. I hope all the kids had just a fantastic first week back. I imagine it's quite the transition, especially for students who have been online, but we made it through our first full week. We had a lot of fun. Before I get to the academics for next week, I just have a few announcements. The first is, one of the biggest ways you can help Santiago Hills is to join PTA. PTA does a lot of events and fundraising that helps the school, and so if you have the means to join PTA, it's a really big help. Secondly, you can already buy a class yearbook. So in my email, I sent you a link to like an updates page. If you follow that, there's a link that tells you how to buy a yearbook, and you can buy those already now. Of course, they're not ready till the end of the year, but you can be set up with that now. And then a couple dates to keep in mind. Monday, September 6th, that's a week from Monday, is Labor Day. So there's no school on Monday, September 6th. And then September 10th is an outdoor movie night for Santiago Hills, and I'm sure you'll hear more information about that. On to academics for the week. The first readers workshop we're actually going to actually get started in this week, and Readers Workshop is like the framework for how I will teach reading, and the kids will be practicing reading and reading skills throughout the year and learning reading skills. Next week, we're kind of setting up the systems where kids will feel comfortable and be productive actually reading. We'll have time to read in class every day for about 30 minutes. And so we'll talk about how to discuss books, how to choose books that are the right fit for you, and how to just set up the kinds of systems that you need to monitor yourself as a reader. And then in the next week, we'll actually get to some like tools for reading, and you'll hear more about that then. In writing, we'll also begin the writing curriculum next week. It's also in the workshop framework. And so just like reading, they get time to read every day, they will spend time writing every single day. And so in Writers Workshop next week, we're starting with crafting true problem stories. The kids will actually write stories in a narrative form about problems they've encountered, and hopefully how they overcame the problem and what the solution was. So we'll start that next week, and we're just getting ready for that. So next week will be a lot about brainstorming ideas. So we'll think about people that matter and places that matter, and that will kind of help brainstorm ideas that lead us to stories that are worth telling. And finally, in math next week, we're going to start our math curriculum, and we're going to start with a review of addition and subtraction strategies. Next week is going to be about rounding, estimating, and finally getting into some different addition strategies. We're focusing on reading, writing, and math next week. As we get farther along, we'll ramp up with social studies and science. But as always, I'm here if you have questions, concerns, things you want to know. Go ahead and email me, and I will see you at Back to School Night on Thursday. That's going to be September 2nd from 6:45 to 7:20 p.m. I will send out a video going over all the things that you traditionally go over on Back to School Night, and then that actual time will be a place where you can come and say hello or ask me a quick question, but I'll send out more information about that early in the week. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.